Hey everybody, I got my hands on a 360-degree camera and thought I'd just record my trip to campus. I usually try to stay away from there as much as I can this semester, but I'm going to head over there because I got a few errands I got to run. But I thought I'd just kind of show you around my place. This is 360 degrees, so you can pull it and drag it and look at anywhere, any direction. So anyway, this is my apartment. It's near the school, and bedroom here and bathroom here. You can see this is a really nice place and cheap compared to what I used to pay. I have a family, wife and kids, and they decided to go home. This is my last semester, so they decided to go home and be at home this semester rather than stay with me. But anyway, as you can see, it's a very nice place, and it's cheap, so I'm happy to be here, and great landlords. So anyway, it's called Kitnick's Apartments. It's in Picard. So anyway, we'll walk out the door. I may raise or lower this camera based on how conspicuous I want to be. Sorry for the bumpiness of it. So this place is really well maintained. They're always doing maintenance on it and painting or whatever. And then the nice thing about it is right down there in the last door is the laundry place. So they do your laundry, and it's cheap. So anyway, this area, I'm not sure if it has a name by itself, but as you can see, there's lots of buildings here. A lot of them are occupied by students, and so just walk this way. This is Picard, but it's not too far away from Glanvilla, which is just kind of up the road there. And some students also live in Glanvilla. So anyway, very green place. Obviously, it's a Caribbean island. Pretty cool. All these buttress roots on all these trees and stuff. It's kind of fun. I've been here a year and a half now, and so I take a lot of these things for granted, but it really is a pretty place. Another thing is, I'm going to try to be as positive about things as I can, but this is my last semester. I've been here longer than I wanted to be, but anyway, it's if you want positivity, probably ask a second semester student or a first semester that hasn't been here long. But I'll try to make this as positive as possible. Don't want to turn any of you away, because beautiful island. The school's decent. So this is the Picard River. I was here through Tropical Storm Erica, which is another reason I'm going to try to remain positive. But Tropical Storm Erica it took this building yard or whatever out, construction yard out, because the Picard River just totally overflowed and just totally took this place out. But they've rebuilt. This is our RUSM security. That they patrol the whole area around Picard, around the school and where the students live, and they keep things pretty safe for the most part. Do a good job. They get a lot of flack, I think, from a lot of the students, but RUSM security does a pretty good job. So this is called Moo Cow Trail, and up on the hill there's a white-ish building. That's called the Annex. That's my place of choice to study. I've studied there for my entire time here, really, until recently, when I've been in this place over at Kitnick's Apartments, and it's quiet. My kids aren't here anymore, so I can study at home a lot more than I used to. This yellow building here, it used to be a KFC, but we no longer have a KFC. I guess the employees got grabby with some of the money and they decided to close down. It's now a church. And then Ross has some sort of a storage operation down below or something. But this is Ross Boulevard. It's Michael, I think it's part of Michael Douglas Boulevard or something. Michael Douglas was some political dude. But this is the main road that goes down through Picard where the school is. Everybody says it's in Portsmouth. It's Portsmouth, not Portsmouth. Everybody says it's in Portsmouth, but it's actually in Picard, which is kind of a suburb of Portsmouth, if Portsmouth has suburbs. Anyway, we're getting ready to cross the bridge again over Picard, over the Picard River. So, you know, feel free to look around, because it's, I'm just pointing this camera straight ahead, so you can look around wherever. But this is the Picard River again. Again, just walking along Ross Boulevard here. This green building here in front of me is, as you can see, it's IGA. It's the, I guess you'd say it's the main grocery store for this area, although they're usually not very well stocked. There's a new duty-free shop that just opened upstairs, as well as kind of a travel agency up there. And then Quartz, I don't know if you can see the sign up there, but Quartz is kind of an electronics shop in the same building. So anyway, downstairs is where there's some ATMs there for the National Bank of Dominica. Then IGA is downstairs, and you just go through down those steps and through those doors for IGA. But some of the videos that I saw when I was getting ready to come here, I look back at now, and these places are all really familiar now. I remember looking at them when I first started, and I'm like, wondering where these places really are. So hopefully the 360-degree camera gives you a little bit better perspective. You can kind of look around. More apartments and other buildings back here for a lot of the students, and locals live there too. So hope you can hear me over all the cars and the wind and everything. If not, it's probably a blessing. So this area, this building right in front of me here, or not right in front of me, across the street, is white and blue one. That's called St. James, and that's where the simulation center is. And it's also there's a big classroom upstairs, probably the biggest one they have. And then that building right behind it is where the testing center is. And so to take all your tests there, it's not a pleasant, happy place to be. St. James is great though. They've got the simulation center there where they've got these, yeah, thanks for the honking. They have all these medical mannequins and everything that are all, you know, computerized, and they can present with a bunch of different presenting symptoms and everything, so you can diagnose, you can do CPR on them, it's pretty cool. So this is a souvenir shed, this pink one. It's not open today. And then to the right here is a little side street that is what we call the shacks, which is where people get their food a lot of students eat here. Lots of little different kiosks, food places down there. So this is Ross here, starting on the right, and then over across the street is Uncle's Supermarket, and uptown and a few other places. So these are the gates, the pedestrian gates to Ross.
Thank you.
Mm-hmm. So this is campus. Little places to eat over there. You get your Shacks food and come over and eat there. Microbiology building is down there to the right. There's a on-campus ATM there. This building right here that we're walking next to is the anatomy lab. And so, as you can see, a lot of these buildings are kind of the semi-permanent metal type buildings. I think the idea eventually someday is to replace a lot of these with actual, fully permanent things, but it's a slow process. This next building here is Classroom 5, and that's a fairly large classroom. Different classes starting at different times have, different numbers of students, so they base where where classes have their classes based on the size of the room and the number of students in the class. So, I don't know if you can see in there, but that's the anatomy lab. And this is IT over to the right there. And this is the biochemistry building. As you can see, it's a bunch of ship storage containers that are put together and then made into a building. Kind of funny. But I guess, it's been there for a long time. It's probably one of the older buildings that's here on campus. So this is the ICM building in front of us. This is where a lot of the clinical skills activities happen, where you talk with clinical patients, and they bring in standardized patients from the community to come and work with you. And so it's cool. They've got a bunch of clinical setups in there, so that it's like being in a doctor's office, and so you get to do your clinical activities in there. And then over here to the left is the old library. It's now just a study space. They finished a new building, which I'll take you to in a little bit, but that's where the library is now. But this used to be the old library here, and I guess it still is the old library, but it used to be the library, and people studying there. This over to the right is part of the same building as the ICM, but this is Classroom 4, which is my classroom this semester. Basically, each class just stays in the same room, and different professors come in for each class. So then you do your clinical activities, of course, at clinical locations. Let's see, where to go now? Probably go over to the right here. Give you the whole tour. So this building here in front of us, this is where the children's school is. This is the only reason we came to RUSM to begin with. We probably wouldn't have come to RUSM if it hadn't been for the children's school, but unfortunately the school meaning RUSM has not been very supportive, and they've pulled a lot of their funding, and school has kind of sucked for the last couple of semesters, so they're trying to fix it now. I hope they do. This is a power plant that powers RUSM. They've got a lot of, power that they generate out of there. There's a lot of claims that are made based on how much they actually produce, how much power they actually produce. I think they produce a lot. It's all diesel powered. Maintenance there. Health clinic is here. This is where you go. Students here there's a health clinic that's all free for us, so they've got doctors in there that watch out for us, and if we've got any of our family or us have problems, we can go in there and they take care of us for free. So it's pretty cool. Not all the medications are free. In fact, most of them aren't, but it's a great place to be. As far as, when you're sick, they can take care of most minor things. If they can't take care of it, they send you to Princess Margaret Hospital, which I would probably rather fly back to the States. This is the playground and the area here for the school. The main door for the school is just beyond the gazebo there. The kids' school, I mean. And then there's the large learning lab and a small learning lab, basically just spaces where if nothing else is going on, you can study, but they can schedule those spaces so they can do different things in there. Meetings and different class meetings that don't require as large a room as a normal classroom. How's it going? So this is the security office here, and they've got a little food place here to the left. National Bank of Dominica is through there. The accounts department, probably don't care about any of that stuff, but I'm sure you've seen that it's right next to the Caribbean Sea, and you can see the sea right through here, right through those bushes there. But I'm going to go out onto the balcony here. Students are probably here, some to not say much. No, nobody's here. Great. So this is the subway deck, they call it, and this is a place where people can study. This is the coolest place on campus probably to study, because you can sit here and just look out over the sea and see the boats and the ocean and everything. But got all their tables lined up. I wonder if they've got something scheduled here. But that's Prince Rupert Bay out there. And if you look down below, you can see the deck down there. That is the yoga deck. It looks like there's some tape on it, caution tape on it, so it may not be used right now. But they, in the past, have done yoga out there. A lot of the spouses do yoga, and a lot of the students do. And, they have a yoga teacher that comes and has those classes. But as you can see, Ross is as close to the ocean as you can get. I mean, right off campus. That fence down there is the Ross fence, and the beach is right over the fence. So anyway, so this is kind of a cool place to stay. And then Subway Restaurant is right through those doors. You can probably see the lights in there. So that's the subway deck. Again, pretty cool place to study. It's kind of loud, but it's all right if you have your earbuds in. So as you can see, there's volleyball, sand volleyball court here. Piccolo's hot dogs place here. There's a little shop in through that door with the bank and everything. And then these are all just common spaces for the students to play or whatever. So. Anywho. Pretty cool trees on campus. A lot of, these trees with the crazy roots and buttress roots and all kinds of stuff. And then right over there where that white little enclosure is, that's the stairs down to the beach. They usually don't have the gate open, but you can get down to the beach that way. Usually have to go around. The building ahead of us is the counseling center, and then classroom 1 next to it. But kind of a pretty place. It's where a lot of the people come and play, football or whatever on this field. It's one of my favorite places on campus, actually, because I'll show you in a minute. But small learning lab is just the other side of the building that I was just showing you, where the kids' school is. Large learning lab here. A building over there, it's on the back side of the old library. That's our post office right there, and that's where you pick up your mail and your packages, if you're lucky enough to get them. So ever since I first got here, I loved this area here, where this big field is, because it's kind of what I pictured. It's not a great view today, but kind of what I pictured a Caribbean school should be. You see the ocean through the bushes, or through the bushes and trees, and then lots of palm trees, and really pretty place. Kids will come out here and play cricket. The kids from the kids' school come out and play cricket, and guys playing football here quite often and stuff, so it's kind of cool. So this little trailer or whatever it is over on the right, this is the family lounge, so only families are allowed in there, not students, normal students, single students and stuff aren't allowed in there. And free air conditioning, so air conditioning is kind of pricey here, so a lot of people don't run it in their houses, so a lot of the spouses will come here and hang out. There's some that kind of abuse it, I think, a little bit, but we won't go there. So again, classroom 1 down there. But kind of the pride of Ross recently, I don't know if you can hear me, pride of Ross recently has been this building over to the, up ahead of us and to the right. And that's the new student center that was just completed. and it was a construction site for my first 2 semesters, I think, and then they opened it up, finished it and opened it up for students. But it's a really nice building, all American standards, beautiful inside. Then that other big 2-story building next to it, directly in front of us, is the administration building. There's also classroom 6 in that building. So anyway, over here to the left is the old library. But it's kind of cool when they finished this new student center, because it gave us a quad, which we never really had. So it's nice quad out front. So this is kind of one of the main roads into campus now. It actually is supposed to be the main road into campus. I guess it is the main road if you're driving. But anyway, new student center here, beautiful place. Like I said, all American standards, beautiful inside. It's like you're walking into a building on a campus in the States, which is nice. This building ahead of us here holds the bunch of offices for the anatomy department and stuff. Really not too exciting there. Classroom 6 is straight ahead in that building. Anyway, this is our quad. It's kind of a pretty place. They usually have the American and Dominican flags flying there on the flagpoles in front of the old library. So they also, when they built the new student center, they also put in a really nice entrance to RUSM. So that's kind of funky that they put that in. It's nice. It's kind of what you picture as a real entrance, and before it was kind of a ratty old entrance. But I don't know if you can really see it, but we've got the flags flying down there by the entrance, and there's a little guardhouse, and as you can see, it's not for pedestrian traffic, so I won't head that way. So anyway, if you're wondering where things are, there's a place called Banana Trail. It's the road right across the street right straight ahead across the street, and a lot of students live up Banana Trail. Alright, so I'm starting this again, just going outside of the gate that I came in. So the shacks are over there. These are the tables where you can bring shacks food and eat. But coming out here, you can see there's Uncle's Supermarket across the street here. That's actually better stocked than IGA most of the time. It's a Chinese store, lots of Chinese business people here. So anyway, this is again Ross Boulevard. When my family was here, I used to live in this house over on the left, right across the street from the school, where the blue towels are, and it was a great location. I missed the location a lot because it was right across the street from the school. But this is over on the right-hand side. You can see the administration building, Ross's administration building, from the other side, from where I was before. And I'm just walking along Ross Boulevard. So if you're coming to Ross, you'll probably have a lot to do with a Lexus taxi, whether it's taking you places or getting your stuff from the seaport if you have stuff shipped here. And they're based here in that building on the left. And then this orange and white building here, there's apartments upstairs, but the lower part of it is a store called James Store. And students here usually refer to it as Walmart because it's like Walmart with really poor quality goods, but it's what we have here. So, and you can see this sign up there, James Store. Lots of Chinese garbage in there, but again, it's what you have. Place on the left is Clara House. They moved a lot of, Ross used to have a lot of things in there. Now they've moved a lot of it, I think all of it maybe, over to the new student center. And this is the other side of the new entrance that they built for Ross, and the entrance to the student center there. You got some bus stops here, bus and shelters and things, and the guard station. And a really nice sign here that says Ross University. The one they used to have here was kind of embarrassing, so it's kind of nice that they put up a new sign. Anyway, just still walking down Ross Boulevard. Restaurants on the left. There's a little Chinese shop over there too. Restaurant Shawarma King, and there's an ice cream place over there called Swirls upstairs. Some car rental places there's a couple of car rental places. Most of them have really crappy cars, but kind of expensive. But I guess that's to be expected. And then down here, down the street, there's a place called Jenner Hall, which is another study space a lot of people study at. If you're coming to Ross as a student, you'll come there first. Over on the left, here across the street, is the Islamic Mosque. Forward here while I'm finishing the walk down to Jenner. Another Ross security truck coming up. You can see there's 2 or 3 of them that patrol around the area. Students live all around here, so they patrol the whole area of Picard. So, more student housing here. That's not Ross student housing. Ross doesn't own these places. They're just locals own them, and they built them for students. So it's not actual university housing. The housing for the university students, I think it's only open to first semester students, and you have to be single. And it's beyond this a little bit. I'm not going to walk clear down there, but this place in front of us here is. On the right is this white building is Jenner Hall. Like I say, if you're coming here as what's up, man?
I'm good. Let me show you.
I'm not interested today.
Oh.
Yeah, thanks. So they have this place in front of us. This is Jenner Hall, as I was saying. And there's a couple of really good restaurants over there. The French bakery's over there. Oh man, French bakery's a good place to eat. Here's another, this is kind of the sports field, and I think they've even got some lights here now, I think. I don't know. I don't see lights, but yeah, they do. They have lights on the posts. So, anyway, if you're a new student to Ross, you'll come through this gate and go through that door down there, and that'll be your first view of the place. This is kind of the intramural field. This is where they do a lot of their intramural sports, and I don't know if you can see beyond the field over there, but there's a swimming pool. Maybe I can head over there, head through Jenner parking lot and go over there and show you what it's like. The pool's actually pretty nice. When my kids were here, we used to spend a lot of time down there. I haven't been there since they left. Looks like quite a few people down there. Anyway, so this is like I say, the first place you'll come if you come to Ross as a student. This is where they do the induction and the orientation on your first day, and they bring you from the airport, all naive. And these low buildings, these one-story buildings ahead of us, these are the actual university housings. Ross owns these, and like I say, I think they're only open to the first semester students, but kind of a, I don't know, get you on the island and make you feel comfortable for the first semester, and then you're on your own type thing. So anyway, that's kind of cool. And I'm gonna probably stop recording here, but you can see the pool down there. Alright, so I've now passed the pool and didn't want to get in trouble with any of those moms thinking I was videotaping or recording their kids in their nothings, but anyway. We're down, this is called Portsmouth Beach Hotel, and I don't know if it's an operating hotel or not. I think they mainly rent their rooms to students that live here. I'm assuming they probably still have some that are hotel rooms, but anyway. This is the way I usually have to get to the beach, because they're usually not, the campus gate is usually not open, so. Hey, Dr. Loy, how you doing?
Doing good.
Good. So, sometimes Portsmouth Beach Hotel can be a bit unfriendly to the students. They don't like students coming down here using their beach. They view it as their beach. The entire beach, not just the part in front of their place, but anyway, they sometimes stop student access and all this other stuff, and I think students keep them in business, so they keep them in check a little bit, but they're kind of jerks sometimes. But this is La Flambeau. This is their restaurant at Portsmouth Beach Hotel. Over on the left here, I'm going to point my camera over there. You can look if you want. And then this is the beach. Down here in front, this is if you've seen pictures of the beach, this is probably the place you've seen them from, where the dock is. Or not dock, yeah, I guess it is a dock. It's whatever. Prince Rupert Bay here in front of us. And this is where a lot of the pictures are taken of the dock and people standing on the dock or whatever. But anyway, you look down and see that it's black sand. Most of the beaches, or if not all, are black sand on Dominica. There's a lot of booths a little lighter than black than this, but it's still black sand. And a lot of people come down here and hang out. These cottages over to the left here are part of the hotel, so people come and stay in these, and you can just hang out here on the beach and have fun. But those two little hills there in front of me right now, those are where the Fort Shirley is. You can see I don't know if you can see the orange rooftops over there on one of those humps. That's Fort Shirley. It's an old British fort that used to protect this place. A lot of the Spanish galleon ships used to dock here in Prince Rupert Bay and stuff. So Spanish treasure ships and stuff in the old days. So it's kind of a cool place. I mean, you know, Pirates of the Caribbean. A lot of the scenes were filmed on Dominica. So it's got a lot of history that way. In terms of pirates and the French and the British fighting it out. But anyway, kind of a neat place. This dock has seen better days, which is why I hesitate calling it a dock, because you very rarely see boats dock here. They never dock here for any length of time, for sure, but sometimes they'll stop here to pick people up. And we went on a deep sea fishing trip, and they docked here, and this is where we got on. But it was just a quick on and off. It's not a very well kept up dock, but still, you know, this is where a lot of they have Beach Bash, which is a big party Ross throws for their students every semester, and it's always down here on the beach. So this is kind of the happening place to be. You see there's some people playing beach volleyball down the beach a little bit, and there's a sunken barge out there that you can probably see, old rusted out sunken barge down there. Anyway, this is the beach. fun place. Hang out.